Welcome to the Business Chop, where challenges, success, rewards, and solutions to entrepreneurship collide. Let's chop it up.
Hello, Chop Squad. I'm excited to be here with you as always. And my guest I'm excited to have today is attorney Lem Garcia. Now, Lem is the owner and lead attorney at Lem Garcia Law, one of Southern California's fastest growing personal injury firms. Known for its client-centered approach and dedication to securing substantial settlements, Lem has built a multi-million-dollar firm from the ground up, starting with limited resources and a big vision. Does that sound familiar to entrepreneurs? He's a true role model, especially for Filipino Americans in the legal field, and is passionate about making personal injury law more compassionate, transparent, and accessible. Now, he believes success isn't just measured by numbers. It's measured by the impact that you leave on people's lives. Now, we're going to learn more about Lem Garcia after this message.
Knock out your competition with Altogether Marketing. We elevate your brand. Take a stance with your business name, logo, the tagline, your colors, even the fonts for your business. And then jab left with your website, jab right with core values. Back up with product experience and bring it on with you. Visit altogether.biz and let us help you create a knockout brand.
Attorney Lem Garcia, welcome to the Business Chop.
Hi, Audrey. So excited to be here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, before we delve into your experience, what are a couple or fun facts about you that you want to share with us today?
Well, actually, before I entered the legal field, I was a photographer for the Clippers, which was a dream come true to me. I love basketball. I love photography. And just being able to combine those two things together was just absolutely amazing. And then another interesting thing about me that people are surprised about is that in high school and in middle school, I was in the band. I played trumpet for 7 years.
Wow, you come to us with an eclectic background for sure. Oh, that's crazy. Sports photography, musician, I love it. Now let's get more into your background. So that's part of your journey, but tell us more about your journey from journalism to law, your insights into entrepreneurship and personal development. Then we'll get into some questions about why we're here today.
All right. So in college, I studied journalism, and I didn't really have a desire at that time to go to law school. I just wanted to focus on writing, telling stories. Maybe I could change the world one story at a time was my thought. And then later on, after I graduated and I got a job as a legal assistant, I said, you know what, let me go to law school and see where this takes me. And I went to law school just to better myself, just to have a different way of thinking. And after law school, then I said, well, let me hang on my own shingle, start a business and see where that leads. And through all of that, what I've learned is just always do your best, and everything that you do, you can connect the dots later. Learning how to write, learning how to take pictures, I think has really helped me in growing my own practice, because then I could do my own marketing. I knew what looked good as far as writing goes and marketing goes. I knew what kind of photos would look good. I took my own pictures to start, and then built my own website to start with little money. And all the skills that I learned along the way, just I connected the dots and was able to build a practice from all those things I learned.
Questions. We're going to, build on what you just shared with us. And how can personal injury law firms balance the pressure of securing large settlements with a commitment to compassion and be client-centered? Because we're all in business to make money, right? But at the end of the day, we still want to please our customers. We want to do a good job.
Oh, in business, I think it's really simple. It just comes down to treating people like people, and not just, in our case, not just like files with dollar signs. Just treat them like people, be concerned about what they're concerned about. The big cases are great, but what we're looking for is really just making an impact on someone's life so that they can have, a better life moving forward after we've helped them. And as far as the team goes here, it's just with the staff, the team, we always want to make sure that we we always just think about the person that has been impacted, that their life has been turned upside down, and then now we're here to fight for them to make sure that their case is handled the right way.
Yeah, definitely. So, what are some of the common misconceptions people may have about personal injury law, and how can attorneys work to change the public perception of the industry? And that's kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a large part of the public thinks that personal injury lawyers, I mean, what they see normally is just a billboard. That's how most people's exposure to PI attorneys, billboards, and that we're ambulance chasers. But I think ultimately what we're here to do is to help people rebuild their life after it's been turned upside down after an accident. I mean, people aren't calling us when things are going great. They're calling us when things are going poorly. They just got into an accident, they're hurt, they're scared, and they don't know what's coming next. And we're there to make sure that from start to finish, they're taken care of, they know what's next, and they get the peace of mind that things are going to be okay, that they're going to get better, their case will be handled right, and they will get compensated fairly for what happened to them. And then, it's really about bringing their lives back.
So, in what ways can personal injury law be a platform for community advocacy, especially in underserved communities?
Well, yeah, legal access shouldn't be something that um, is hard to get. Everybody should have access to the help of a lawyer, and we're here and we take phone calls, and it's absolutely free. We give free advice. The representation, ultimately, if we take your case, is not free. We only get paid if there is a recovery in the case. And we're happy to talk to you, I'm happy to talk to you. If you potentially have any kind of issue with a personal injury case, give us a call. We're happy to talk to you, see if you need help with us, or maybe you want to handle the case on your own. You can do that. You can get advice. You can just get the idea of what steps you need to take. And that's one way. And then as far as our charity, what we like to make sure that we're out there in the public, whether with the booth answering questions if people have questions, and then also just kind of locally, if there's an opportunity for us to give back, whether it's through being a part of, like, when people want advertising, we advertise with the local schools sometimes, and then just any opportunities that come up, we look forward to being a part of them.
That's great. That's great. So, what lessons then from building a personal injury practice from scratch would you say are most valuable for other entrepreneurs starting out in competitive fields?
When you're starting out a business from scratch, I think the most important thing is that you have to be ready to sacrifice your time, your energy, your money, and just go 100% all in and make that sacrifice that, you know what, hopefully with all your effort, with all the time and money that you put in, that you are going to get a positive result from it. And then I think another important thing is just getting comfortable with things that are not comfortable, because you're going to be challenged, you're going to be pushed, and then you have to go into your, I guess, discomfort zone so that you can grow. Your business is not going to grow if you always just have to do what's comfortable. You have to be ready to put yourself out there, take chances, and then growth will come from that.
Not for the faint of heart, for sure. What role then does empathy play in your practice, and how do you maintain a culture of empathy within a business that's often focused on high stakes cases?
Well, empathy, I think, is really important, especially in what we do, because we're dealing with people and their lives have been turned upside down, like I said. And I think clients need to know that we're there to listen to them, to their problems, and we want to help them as best as possible. And it's really about just being there for the client so that they have the peace of mind that things will be handled properly, that they're not going to be forgotten. And then as far as just making sure that carries on, we always make sure that we have a team that genuinely wants to help others. And we always remind one another that we're not just handling their case, but we're handling a very important aspect of their life. And we want to make sure that that's taken care of properly.
So, what does it mean then to build a client centered law practice in today's business environment? And what are some specific ways you bring that philosophy into your day to day operations?
Building a client-centered practice, I think, just means putting clients before any profit all the time. So when we're talking to someone new that's calling, and we're not in a rush to talk to them, we're just there to help them, see how we can help. And just every interaction, it's we focus on helping people out rather than, oh, are we going to make a return from this interaction? We want to make sure that our clients feel heard, are respected, and supported. So we always make sure that we don't do any runaround, we don't dodge their calls, and we treat them properly. We treat them how we would want to be treated if we had a case. And I think not everybody in the industry does that. And hopefully, by being competitive, by being a presence in the community, that the other firms will meet that standard.
For aspiring lawyers from underrepresented backgrounds, what advice would you give about carving out a path in a legal field while staying true to their heritage and values?
Well, as a minority, as someone that's underrepresented in the community, I think that's really more of a strength than a weakness. You don't. I've always tried not to say, "Oh, my background is a disadvantage." I think it's more of an advantage, as long as what you need to do is embrace it, be proud of where you come from, stay true to who you are. And then I think by being true, by being genuine, the public sees that, and there's a layer of trust that comes from you being a genuine person and you being yourself. And people I think will be attracted to that.
Yes, absolutely. Then, how do you see the future then of personal injury law evolving, especially with advancements in technology and shifting client expectations?
Well, I think with advancements in technology, customer service will just improve, because now you have the technology there to respond to people that need help, and then we'll get it quickly, and we'll be able to respond, and we'll have more things off of our plate, which will give us more time and energy to devote to helping clients. And then I think it's a little bit dangerous, because if we just automate everything and the AI is doing a bunch of stuff, then maybe there might be, I guess, an inclination to do less and be less concerned. But I think it's what's important for firms and business owners to always keep in mind is that you just can't lose that human touch. Like, you always have to make sure that you just keep that human touch, that personal connection with your clients.
Speaking of personal touch, and how can we get in touch with you to learn more about Lem Garcia Law?
You can visit our website, lemgarcialaw.com. If you want to contact me directly, email me at lemgarcialaw.com.
Great. So, Lem, is there what advice then do you want to leave us with?
The advice that I would like to leave everybody with is, every step of the way, you need to be able to believe in yourself. Believe that whatever efforts that you take, there will be a reward in what you're doing. I think it gets lost sometimes that people start to doubt, and then they don't want to take the risk. They don't want to delay their gratification. But if you believe in yourself and you know that what you put in will ultimately come back and you'll benefit from it, and it's going to have a payoff, then you'll be able to make the sacrifices that you need to succeed.
Thanks for that advice. And Chop Squad, you have your marching orders, and that first word was believe in yourself. So if no more, we will see you all next week.
Beautiful. Okay, that's it. I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for listening to The Business Shop. We hope that you were able to glean valuable information from our guests, and that you will download and share this podcast. Your rating and review is much appreciated. To go deeper with our guests, please visit their website and social channels. To learn more about us, please visit businessshop.info or altogether.biz, where we will help you expand your brand.